Hello and welcome to Radiant Freedom Digital Marketing. So how many keywords do I need for my website? Well, that is what we'll be looking at in today's video. And the answer is it really depends on your organization and what your core topics are. And by core topics, what I'm referring to is a topic based around a product, service, or problem that you solve. So a big company with many product and service lines servicing many different needs will need more keywords to cover their core topics. However, a small company servicing a laser-focused need may only need a few core topics to be fully covered. So in making this decision as to how many keywords to use, there are certain factors you need to consider, and we'll be going over 5 of them here, which are really the core ones that we use when we're selecting keywords for our clients in SEO. So the first one to consider is the number of keywords. Fewer keywords means fewer potential topics to cover. And on the positive side is that means you can give more in-depth coverage to each topic. However, that also does mean that coming up with new ideas and new contents can become more challenging as well, as you can find yourself running into the trap of repeating the same ideas with different words, which basically just means your contents are competing against each other and you're essentially cannibalizing your own search results. Now, you really do need to make sure you do leave enough topic options open to give yourself the room to work with to keep coming up with new and fresh and original ideas and contents. However, when you're able to concentrate your efforts onto fewer topics, that also does mean that you can get more impact from those topics, as long as you can manage to come up with new and fresh ideas on those topics. On the other hand, if you get too many keywords, then you'll run into one of two problems. Either you'll start diluting your efforts across too many different topics, which means you just simply won't be seeing the results you're looking for or expecting, and it'll be taking way too long if you even get into a top 10 spot at all. Or you'll need to start creating even more contents than you're expecting in order to keep up with the number of different topics and give each of them the coverage that they need in order to get the results. And this can result in you having to invest more in your SEO than you were expecting to or that you had budgeted for, or you end up spending too much time writing contents and endless articles that takes time away from your core business and the core things that you're supposed to be doing in order to work on building and growing your business and servicing the problems and the needs that you're in business to service. On the other hand, also, the other thing to look at is in terms of how many core topics you can cover is failing to cover a core topic can also lead to a missed opportunity if you get too narrow in your focus and you miss out on something critical to your business model. So this could have an entire part of your business sitting idle for lack of leads and customers because you're failing to connect with the people that need that particular solution. So really the core thing here to consider is that it's all about finding that balance between covering enough topics and cover the core services or problems that your business addresses, while at the same time not getting too ambitious with it to the point you get beyond your the amount of money and time that you can afford to budget into doing your SEO and in creating contents to cover those topics. Now, the fifth thing to consider is, what if we get it wrong? What if we try to cover too many topics and we're finding we're just not getting any traction in any of them? What if we're missing a core topic that's leaving part of our business sitting idle? Well, here's the thing is you can always reprioritize what topics you're going to cover. You can simply stop covering any topics that you're just not able to cover adequately or that you're just not getting traction in, and focus those efforts on other topics that you are getting results on and you are able to actually push the needle and you're seeing your site climbing up the search rankings in. And then you can always come back to those other excess topics later on when you have more of a budget, more time. You can hire more people to work on those extra topics later on. On the other hand, what happens if you find that you are covering too few topics? There's something in your business that's a service that's sitting idle because you're not getting enough customers to it because you weren't promoting it enough in your content strategy and your SEO strategies. Well, again, you can always revisit that, redo your research, or revisit your keyword research, look for topics that would have covered that, or do new research to find those topics and add them in. So your keywords are not etched in stone. You can always change them as your needs change over time. And in fact, the keywords and topics that your website covers, can and should change over time, as you will find that new opportunities will come up that you need to take advantage of. Search behaviors from your core market, your target market, will change over time. So people might use different wording or different strategies to try and find them. Your competitors will change their strategies over time. You'll need to adjust. You'll find that new opportunities will open up. Maybe a major competitor has gone out of business, and suddenly that's just opened up a big high volume keyword that was too competitive for you before. So there's all kinds of things that can change. So you need to be really keeping an eye on your keywords, repeating the research periodically, and make sure that your keyword target is a dynamic thing. Now I have a question of the day for you is, how many keywords do you think that you should use for your average small business website? Leave your answers in the comments down below. Alright, so you've had some time to answer it. Here, I'm going to tell you about what the strategy I usually use with my clients for the number of keywords. Now, when I'm doing SEO for my clients, I typically will pick between 6 to 15 target keywords. Now, the exact number depends on what keywords are available and how good or bad they are, how many good options there are, how similar they are to each other, as well as all the factors that I mentioned earlier in this video. Now, if you found this information helpful, please let me know by leaving a like, as it really does help the channel out. To see more marketing and website content, be sure and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified of our upcoming videos as we publish them. Now remember, you're awesome, so shine your awesomeness for the world to see. This has been Jason from Radiant Freedom, and bye-bye for now.